Safety laser scanners can be used in many diverse ways. Depending on the use case, basic to complex programming can be used. In most applications, simple programming is all that's required. Let's take a look at some of the basic programming steps to go from this to this. Within the Safety Designer, you have different options for connecting or opening a new project. Since we are going to be connecting and configuring a new device, we are going to search for that device. Once found, the device can be dragged over from the left column over to the right. Now that we are connected to the device, we can double-click on the device box or open the configuration window. For programming the device, we will start in the configuration dropdown. Within the identification tab, we can give the device a name, a user who is configuring, and even add an image of the device or application location. When looking at the application tab, we will choose which type of application we will be implementing the device into, stationary or mobile. We can also choose the interface on the front display to display in different languages. And if we need to mount the device upside down, we can change the orientation of the display. When looking at the safety parameters, we can change the type of task we're using, the object size resolution we want to detect, adjust multiple sampling if filtration for dirty environments is necessary, and we get information regarding our settings over on the right side. For new features and features that are less commonly used, tutorials are available within the software. To configure fields, various tools can be used within the field editing page. To add a field, we can click on the icon above and change the type of field we choose, whether it's warning, protective field, or contour detection field. We then need to tie our inputs to the device, depending on how various pins will be used. In the monitoring case page, we will link our fields to the different outputs of the laser scanner. A cutoff path is a field that will control a specific output. In this case, our cutoff path, which is a protective field, will be controlling the safety-rated OSSD output. In cutoff path 2, the warning field, we will assign this to the monitoring result we added in the previous page. Once complete, we can simulate to ensure that the device is operating or will operate as expected. Once confirmed, we can transfer to the device. To transfer to the device, you will have to have a password set up that is user-defined. During this process, you will be asked to put the device into test mode or to verify the configuration. Verifying the configuration will lock the configuration into the device, so it will go into run mode after a power cycle is completed. The report for the device configuration will appear. This should be checked to ensure the configuration matches what the intended configuration and monitoring area is intended to be. Once configured, we can look at the physical device or check the overview page to ensure the device is operating as expected. And that's how you can go from the unconfigured scanner to a configured scanner in less than 5 minutes. If you'd like to learn more, you can go to sick.com or contact your local distributor.